Alright, so what I did was consolidate the generators and make a generator room. So I've got my generators over here. I put him into another bigger capacitor bank. So I've got him all set. He's still charging up. Had to use all his energy to, keep things going while I was working on stuff. I've got my power monitor here. The cables are going behind, so they keep the signal running. And yeah, this is all working pretty well, pretty much like it was before, just it's got extra space for, whatever we're going to do with the rest of the room and whatnot. So definitely looking good. Need to make some facades. Haven't finished up that yet, but other than that, it's pretty good. Used up all the power I had, so, we don't really have any power right now, but we should get some more. But I am more concerned about running out of coal at the moment. So I've got this machine in here. He's all set, ready to go. I've got power for him. And now the next step is to, get the rest of the machines. And then we'll have to figure out a way to bring the stuff back into the system. So we'll have to work on that as well. So the next step is assuming we had pulverized coal and could make pulverized coal and could keep making it, what would we do with that pulverized coal? So let's go get some machines that will help us work out that. Okay, so once we have pulverized coal, the next step is to turn that into liquefacted coal. So for that, we're going to need a magma crucible. So let's work on one of those. So a magma crucible, where are you at? Okay, let's add you to the list. So I want to make one of those guys too. Got 4 patterns left. We might be able to make this. We'll see. Oh, it wants hardened copper glass. I don't want it to use hardened copper glass. I want it to use the Ender IO fused quartz. So let's take out this recipe and use that one instead. Everything else I think it should have or be able to make. It probably won't have enough fused quartz, but let's see what happens. So can I make one of you? We're missing some regular glass. Is there any chance I have sand on me? I mean, yeah, but, very, very little. It'll have to do for now. So, let's get a couple pieces of glass going. Alright, 10 ought to be enough to get what I need right now. So let's see if we can make this guy now, the magma crucible. Alright, he says everything's good. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, so there is step 2. If we had a magma crucible, we could make liquefacted coal. I'm going to want a hardened upgrade for him and an auxiliary, whatever that thing's called. So let's make one of those as well. And I want whatever conduits we have. Go ahead and take those. And we may as well get some more conduit binder. We have no gravel and no sand. Yeah, I don't have any sand, so I guess that'll have to do for now. Alright, let's go back down to the new sub-basement. And the next machine is going to be the magma crucible. So let's give you power, put you down, give you the upgrade. Okay, so all we have to do with you is bring in the pulverized coal. You will turn that into liquefacted coal, and we will have that. So let's get some of you, okay? So here's some pulverized coal, and it will turn into liquefacted coal. So the next step is to turn liquefacted coal into naphtha. Naphtha. And we do that by taking liquefied coal and putting it in a fractioning still. So we're going to need a couple of these fractioning still guys. So let's go look into that. So let's make a fractioning still pattern. Alright, requires Constantan gears. Never made any of those before. And nickel gears. Haven't made those either. So we don't even know how to make Constantan right now. What is this? That's a fractioning still. That's a Constantan gear. So we need a recipe for the nickel gear. Okay. So if you had all that, are you only going to complain about not having Constantan gears? Let's find out. Can we make a fractioning still? You don't have any Constantan ingots. That's all you're complaining about. That's cool. So we need 16 of these Constantan ingots. I forget what Constantan is. So let's look up that real quick. Probably going to be an alloy smelter recipe. Okay. Copper and nickel gets Constantan. Okay. So let's get 8 copper and 8 nickel. And let's go make some Constantan. Let's see here. Induction smelter. Yeah, it's not really any different. Alloy smelter or induction smelter for this recipe. So, you know, whatever. I'll probably use the alloy smelter. Okay. There we go. Gonna get some Constantan. Get the rest of that glass going too. Alright, so I want to go ahead and stick these guys in here. And I would like to make 2 fractioning stills. Not 10, just 2. It says we can do that. Cool. So we'll be able to make a hardened upgrade for both of them. Yep, it's okay with that. Can I make auxiliary reception coils for both of them? Yeah, it's cool with that too. Well, that's all sounds good then. So there's those guys. And there's those guys. And the fractioning stills, there's those guys. So there we go. So we need 2 of these guys. The first one turns liquefied coal into naphtha. The second one turns naphtha into refined fuel. And that's the stuff we actually want. So we're going to put these guys right here. Disable them for a second. So you're going to take your input from the left. So are you. And you're going to dump it out to the right. At least the tank part. You will dump... Actually, I don't know what you're going to do with your output yet. We'll find that out in a minute. Probably we'll put you in a drum or something and figure out what to do with you later. Okay, so we want this guy to go in here. Let's put our upgrades. There we go. So yeah, he is going to take in energy, and he will produce tar, and he will produce naphtha. The naphtha goes in here, and eventually it will cook up into refined fuel. And we'll get some sulfur too. So let's see here. Let's go get a tank. Maybe, how much iron do we have? Ooh, we've got 100 and some ingots. Nice. We've got lots of iron then. I want to get an iron drum. Not of lava. We'll get just a regular iron drum. And here's where we're going to put our naphtha for now. Sorry, I mean the refined fuel. Alright, let's see here. Get some more iron going. Alright. And we'll go back downstairs. And we are going to go to the right room. Eventually. Okay. So now this is a tank, a drum full of refined fuel. So we've got a bucket of that so far. A bucket of refined fuel will produce a lot of RF. So now we need something that can process that into energy. And that's going to be a combustion dynamo. No, it's not. Compression dynamo? That's it, compression dynamo. Yeah, that's what I want. So let's teach it how to make these guys. We had no patterns. I'm not sure we have any glass either. We've got 9. I guess we can make a couple more patterns before we run out. Alright. So, I want you to know how to make this guy. You need to know how to make... oops, that's not going to work. Try that again. Let's OR dictionary that. And then tin gear recipe, OR dictionary that guy. And then this guy is silver. We'll OR dictionary that one too. Okay, so let's see if that all works. Can we make a compression dynamo now? It says we could. So let's hope that's true. Alright, compression dynamo. And we're going to want a hardened upgrade for him. Cool, we can get that. But we don't want an auxiliary reception coil because that's not for dynamos. And we don't want the transmission coil either. What we want is a special guy. I forget what it's called. It's an augment of some kind. It's a specialization. I think it's this one, ignition plugs. Only refined fuel greatly increases generation and efficiency. I think it's that one. Okay. So let's add that to the list. It requires signalum gears, copper plates, conductance coils, and pyrotheum dust. I don't have any blaze powder right now. I've got one more blaze rod. So let's go pulverize that guy. Okay. So hopefully that will be enough. If not, I'll have to go to the nether. We only need one of these guys. We're going to get 2 from just 2 of the blaze dust. Or blaze powder. So that should be fine. Alright, copper plates should be easy to get. That shouldn't be hard to get. So it's only the signalum gears. So what does a signalum ingot look like? Copper, silver, and redstone. Okay, that's pretty easy. We needed... What do we need? Some kind of gear? No, some kind of plate. We need 2 copper plates. So let's go dump that in the compactor. And then we're going to go get... What is signalum? Redstone and something? Copper, silver, redstone. Copper, silver, 10 redstone. And what will that yield us? That will give us 4. How many do I need? Just 4. That'll work. Okay. Alright, alloy smelter. Do your work. Good job. Here's those copper plates we needed. And here's the signalum. So now all I have to do is go back to the crafting table and make a signalum gear. And if I were to toss that in, there we go, the specialization that I want. So now we need to go back downstairs and we need to add this guy to our you know, whatever, our row of things. So here's the energy coils, conduits. I need a redstone conduit as well. So let's get that guy. Alright. And now I want to get the compression dynamo. Yeah, he does not... He might need water. Let's see if that's the case. If it's the case, we've got water right here, so it's not a problem. Here we go. Pressurized fluid conduits. So put you there and hit you with the wrench. Okay, yeah, you did require water. You're going to require fuel as well, but we'll get that in a minute. Okay, so I want you only running on a high signal, so you are disabled right now, which is fine because we haven't configured you. Alright, so you need to be an output on green, so you're no longer disabled. So you would run if you could run, but you have no fuel. So we're going to put this specialization inside you. Maybe I need to upgrade you first. There we go. There we go. Now we can specialize you. Okay, so now if I get a bucket or two of that stuff, maybe I'll borrow that tank right here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, the drum's empty now. So here's that guy. Alright, let's dump you in there. There we go, refined fuel. So he is generating 240 RF per tick. And from one bucket with that specialization, he can do, I think, 2.25 million RF. So even though it took a lot of processing to take our coal and do all that stuff with it, it's very much worth it. So that's a much better use for our coal than dumping it into the steam dynamo. In fact, I think I'm probably going to get rid of the steam dynamo. I just don't think he's worth it. I'm getting double the RF out of this guy. I've already got one that uses coal, and yeah, so I think we'll probably get rid of him. But we'll see how it goes. We're finally getting some power over here, which should mean... Okay, it says 179 output over the 5 seconds. I don't feel like that's true, because it is not accounting for what this guy is taking. So I need him to be somewhere on the line where we can measure that. So maybe I could put him back there. If I set him to input now... Okay. Yeah, there we go. There's 100 RF that the guy is pulling out on the other side. That's what I want to see. I want to be able to look at the power monitor and tell what's happening in the system. And looks like we can do that now. Okay, so you are the wrong kind. You are the floor. Okay, so the only thing left to do is to clean up. And then Well, no. We have to then figure out how we're going to take stuff from the RS system and put it into that fuel reserve and then get the fuel back into here without, dragging it every once in a while. Same thing for coal and charcoal. Um, actually, there is another fuel this guy can use that we should probably use instead of charcoal. I'm gonna have to look into that. It's called red coal. So, can you make red coal from charcoal? You can. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna do that too. But for now, this is good. We'll keep looking into it. I'm gonna go fix the walls and think about how I want to set up some more of the RS stuff. And I'll be back once I've done that. Alright, that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. Thanks for watching. This is a glimpse into the Thaumcraft room of the future. So hey, like and subscribe. You don't want to miss it. See you next time.